Congratulations, Miles, on a brilliant film.
Thank you.
And you being marvellous in it. Now, can I ask, you're an actor playing a drummer.
Right.
In the film, it's all about practice making perfect.
Right.
Can practice make you a perfect actor?
You know, I think that's the beautiful thing about acting is that there is no such thing as perfection. You know, what I love about it is that I come in with a version of the scene. The director has a version of the scene. There's a written version of the scene, and then there's kind of what happens, the magic that happens on set, and kind of the collaboration that happens between me and my other actor, and then the director. And it's really, you know, the most rewarding experiences I've had on a set come from those moments where, you know, that other actor's performance lifts you up because he's doing things that you didn't think he was going to do, and then the director just gives, you know, a few notes, and then hopefully you're able to kind of achieve that high that I guess, you know, my character Andrew's chasing.
Is there ever a moment when JK is shouting at you, where his performance is so brilliant, because you talk about lifting you up,
right,
where you just go, sorry guys, we'll have to do that again, because there's some big mesmerizing speeches in there.
Yeah.
Does it affect you when you're in the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I guess what's nice about, you know, for me, the moments that I kind of enjoy the most is when you forget, when you kind of can get, you know, lost in a scene, where you forget that, you know, because you're just there with your other actor, and you do forget for a moment that it's all fake, you know, because it just feels so real. And when you're working with, you know, an actor like JK who does, you know, surprise you every take, and he is, you know, so committed to it, and he's very, very good at what he does. Yeah, you don't have to do too much, man. You just try and listen.
I was going to ask you how much drumming you did, but I suspect that is the most asked question on a day like today.
So do you want me to answer it or no?
It's just, you can just say it's a lot.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. Was it 3 days a week for 4 hours a day?
Yeah, 3 days a week for 4 hours, a lesson, and I did that for about 3 weeks. And then before I even started taking lessons, I mean, I've played drums since I was 15, but I never played jazz, so it was just a matter of, you know, kind of transferring what I knew onto jazz. But really jazz is like starting from scratch for me, because, you know, you hold the stick completely differently, and all the rhythms are completely different. Like you come in on, you know, 3 or 7 instead of, you know, 4 and 8, and it's all kind of, mentally you just feel like you're coming in early all the time.
One of the cool things about watching the film is you kind of get an achy wrist watching you, which is the sort of experience I hope you probably want. You want the audience to feel what you're feeling a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, it's a very, for me, it's, you know, it's a very physical performance, and that's something that I'm proud of, and, you know, I think, yeah, that it does it justice. But at the end of the day, we filmed the movie in 19 days, and so it's a very, you know, you kind of see that, like it's a movie that is just, you can kind of feel the pace that we were shooting at in the film. And so a lot of the time when you see me, you know, exhausted, that's just because I am exhausted, because I'm having to do, you know, we're filming 6 pages a day, and we're filming 18 hours a day, and we're doing like 140 setups a day, and it's just kind of an absurd pace to make a movie at. But it's nice because you don't have to act when you're just legitimately tired and, you know, fatigued.
Yeah, definitely. Now, can I ask you about Divergent? A lot of our fans would love to know just a little bit of what it's like, how you guys bond off-set.
Yeah.
How you and Shailene and all the guys, because those big blockbusters, it must be like a family when you see them again. You know, you've had a break and you go back. What's it like going back?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's you know, especially when we all came on to Divergent, we're at some, you know, different places in our career, but for the most part, none of us like had our own individuals' careers like really blossoming. And now Jai Courtney, he's, you know, the lead of Terminator, and he's, you know, in a bunch of films. Ansel, you know, lead and stuff, and so everyone's kind of, you know, Divergent's like the beginning for all of us, and I think we're gonna look back at that, and it'd be a really special time. And then as far as, you know, my relationship with Shailene goes, she's a very good friend of mine, and what she's all about as a person, apart from the acting world, is very, yeah, she's just a great person, and I hope to do another film with her outside of that franchise pretty soon, because I just think she's extremely talented, and we work well together.